If what one has to say is not better than silence, then one should keep silent. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. If your plan is for 1 year, plant rice. If your plan is for 10 years, plant trees. If your plan is for 100 years, educate children. In a country well governed, poverty is something to be ashamed of. In a country badly governed, wealth is something to be ashamed of. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. It is more shameful to distrust our friends than to be deceived by them. It is not the failure of others to appreciate your abilities that should trouble you, but rather your failure to appreciate theirs. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Music produces a kind of pleasure which human nature cannot do without. Respect yourself and others will respect you. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. Study the past if you would define the future. The funniest people are the saddest ones. The gem cannot be polished without friction, nor man perfected without trials. The hardest thing of all is to find a black cat in a dark room, especially if there is no cat. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute. The man who does not ask is a fool for life. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. The way out is through the door. Why is it that no one will use this method? To be wealthy and honored in an unjust society is a disgrace. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. To put the world in order, we must first put the nation in order. To put the nation in order, we must first put the family in order. To put the family in order, we must first cultivate our personal life. We must first set our hearts right. We have 2 lives, and the second begins when we realize we only have one. What the superior man seeks is in himself. What the small man seeks is in others. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. When you see a good person, think of becoming like her, him. When you see someone not so good, reflect on your own weak points. Wheresoever you go, go with all your heart. You cannot open a book without learning something. A lion chased me up a tree, and I greatly enjoyed the view from the top. And remember, no matter where you go, there you are. Attack the evil that is within yourself, rather than attacking the evil that is in others. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. By 3 methods we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is noblest. Second, by imitation, which is easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. Don't do unto others what you don't want done unto you. Education breeds confidence. Confidence breeds hope. Hope breeds peace. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. Forget injuries, never forget kinnesses. Give a bowl of rice to a man and you will feed him for a day. Teach him how to grow his own rice and you will save his life. He who knows all the answers has not been asked all the questions. Hold faithfulness and sincerity as first principles. I hear and I forget, I see and I remember, I do and I understand. The Master said, if your conduct is determined solely by considerations of profit, you will arouse great resentment. The superior man understands what is right, the inferior man understands what will sell. Roads were made for journeys, not destinations. The nobler sort of man emphasizes the good qualities in others and does not accentuate the bad. The inferior does. If you are the smartest person in the room, then you are in the wrong room. The noble-minded are calm and steady. Little people are forever fussing and fretting. Never give a sword to a man who can tea dance. Have no friends not equal to yourself. Consideration for others is the basis of a good life, a good society. Zhu Cheng asked Confucius about Chen. Confucius said, if you can practice these 5 things with all the people, you can be called Zhen. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. The man who says he can and the man who says he cannot are both correct. Without knowing the force of words, it is impossible to know more. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous. The master said, a true gentleman is one who has set his heart upon the way. A fellow who is ashamed merely of shabby clothing or modest meals is not even worth conversing with. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. It is easy to hate and it is difficult to love. This is how the whole scheme of things works. All good things are difficult to achieve, and bad things are very easy to get. Don't complain about the snow on your neighbor's roof when your own doorstep isn't clean. Time flows away like the water in the river. The superior man thinks always of virtue. The common man thinks of comfort. When a wise man points at the moon, the imbecile examines the finger. To see what is right and not do it is the worst cowardice. A common man marvels at uncommon things. A wise man marvels at the commonplace. Never contract friendship with a man that is not better than thyself. You will never know how sharp a sword is unless it is drawn from its sheath. Learn as if you were not reaching your goal and as though you were scared of missing it. Ignorance is the night of the mind, but a night without moon or star. The way of the superior person is threefold: virtuous, they are free from anxieties; wise, they are free from perplexities; and bold, they are free from fear. If you look into your own heart, and you find nothing wrong there, what is there to worry about? What is there to fear? The green reed which bends in the wind is stronger than the mighty oak which breaks in a storm. Settle one difficulty, and you keep 100 away. Fix your mind on truth, hold firm to virtue, rely on loving kindness, and find your recreation in the arts. Knowledge is merely brilliance and organization of ideas and not wisdom. The truly wise person goes beyond knowledge. The master said, the gentleman understands what is right, whereas the petty man understands profit. If one should desire to know whether a kingdom is well governed, if its morals are good or bad, the quality of its music will furnish the answer. When the wind blows, the grass bends. Behind every smile there are teeth. By nature, men are nearly alike. By practice, they get to be wide apart. Those who know the truth are not equal to those who love it. The strength of a nation derives from the integrity of the home.